Good evening, everybody. Hopefully, everybody's having a great day. One sec. Sorry, guys. Hopefully, everybody's having a great day. Great start to this evening, I should say. Hopefully, everybody had an amazing weekend also. Now, guys, we got a bunch of very cool products, and we're going to just talk about what these are definitely can be useful for. First and foremost, guys, they're going to be great for getting prepped and ready for all of these crazy storms that are happening. If you're in my area, we've been hit with flash floods and, of course, lightning and storms most of the week. Just one of them things. And actually, it's right outside right now. It's pretty storm hitting, about to hit with that. Now, of course, guys, bunch of really cool other amazing stuff that we could also do with that as well, like prep your house. Guys, you guys could just be ready for any type of storm or just start living off of the grid with that. Now, for the people on the Dragon Blogger side, I do apologize. We can't go, for some reason, our side is not going live. So but we are live over here if you guys are seeing that, so we're golden on this side. Now, of course, with that being said, we're going to start talking about a bunch of amazing products that it's going to do very, very well for you in all of those times with that. We're going to start off with, of course, the cabling package that comes with these, and hopefully you guys will enjoy the cabling package. This is, of course, all of these pieces will come with the package, ranging from different variations of cabling, and of course this one has a carrying pouch, and inside here you're going to be greeted with, of course, the wall charging cable. You guys will get a variation of that cable as well. You're also going to have a variation of a cigarette lighter plug. Now, this is going to allow you to charge your power station inside your car with this. You might also get a variation of adapter plugs as well on top of that. So, you guys will get that in these cases or in these stations, so you do have all the cabling that you're going to need. Yeah, Darthwing, it's actually kind of, I believe we've got a big hurricane hitting down towards Florida right now. We got all the storms. It's just crazy weather right now. So having a power station is definitely going to save you guys a lot of hassle. Now, Lois did post a 5% code out there for you guys. So if you guys need that code, tap on that one and use that, of course. That's a 5% code on purchases over $1,000. You guys can save a few bucks on a nice little power station. Why not try and why not do it? Now, like I said, guys, usually we're live on the Dragon Blogger side also as well, but it's not going live and there's nothing I can do. So we're just going to do it over here. We're going to have fun with this. Now, guys, we're going to start off with the smallest. I say smallest, but it is a mighty little power station. This is the 100 Plus. Now, the 100 Plus is USB-C to USB-C charging cable. It's also a USB-C to DC adapter plug for your solar panels. Does come with this cabling. Now, 2 pounds of weight, the size of your palm, and can be taken on an airplane because it is TSA approved. Yeah, I know it's live over there. It's live everywhere but one place, which is it all good. TSA approved, guys, which means you can fly with this. It's approved to go on your planes, trains, and automobiles. Well, I mean, whatever you really want, right? 99 watt hours of power, 31,000 milliamps, and of course, guys, it has multi USB-C ports. You got two of those USB-C ports that are in and out charging capability, and then you have that USB-A 18-watt port right there as well. Now, with that, of course, you got a nice little display. You hit that button, it's going to come on. It's going to show you guys about 31% charged. It was about 50 something percent, but I had to charge a few things beforehand, and that's what we got. 2 pounds of weight means you could carry this anywhere you want. For those of you guys who like to wear the big old skater pants and stuff, you can fit it in your pants pocket, no problem. For the rest of us, we can put it in our backpacks or, of course, purses, or just set it in the car. This is really cool. This will allow you to run a Nintendo Switch for about 4.5 hours of runtime on this. It'll also allow you to run a Nintendo Switch and a portable monitor for over 3.5 hours if you're doing multi-connection devices. Now, with it, of course, it's under 2 hours of charge time on a wall plug, and you're good to go. LiFePO 4 cells, so you have that very current cell in top of this. You guys can charge, of course, your iPhone 14s about 6 times with that, which is kind of cool. But if you guys look at the size compared to the iPhone, you can see how small it truly is. This is actually really cool. I love that it's a very capable, very nice and small and compact with this. Now, It's a very, very amazing piece of product that's going to do very well. It's like 33% off tonight. It's like $99.99. That's a great deal for a portable power station that's going to do quite a lot for you. Now, it does have protections, of course. It's going to have overcharge protections. It's got that intelligent battery management system that's going to allow to determine the power that needs to be pulled in and out. It's a really, really amazing piece that can fit in the palm of your hand. I love this little thing. The 100 Plus is awesome. By itself, it's $99, of course, like $99.99. But you also have the option of it and the Mini 40 solar panel. So you can pair it up with another very portable little piece of technology, and you guys would be good to go. This is actually going to do very, very well with this. Now, this kit, I believe this one's like $179. So you get the solar panel and the power station with that. Hey, Phil, what's up, buddy? So great little option right here. Very amazing little piece. It's going to do proper for you. If you need, check it out. You won't be disappointed in this kit. I love the 100 Plus and the Mini 40. Now the Mini 40 is, of course, fully waterproof, water resistant, and harsh and wet weather, and you're good to go. Any questions? Hey, Phil's probably like, why aren't you live over there? Hey, Phil, it's not working. I don't know. So I think we're going to be moving over to the 240 up next. How you doing, Phil? What's up, buddy? How is Phil doing this evening? I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Oh, guys, want another nice little Nope, no, nope. Just like it is. Just a logo, buddy. Just a logo. All right, guys, the 240. Very, very portable, beautiful little power station. 240 watt hours of power with this beauty. This is actually going to be kind of cool. It does have an AC outlet, which means you guys can plug in that American standard three-prong style stuff, like your flashlights, your lanterns, your house lamps, your mini fridges, even that TV if you wanted to, you can plug into that. It's got it. 200 watts of pure sine wave power, can peak at 400 watts. Has two USB-A ports. Those are 5 volt 2.4 amps, and it has a DC input port. This is where you're going to charge it. It also has that DC 12 volt 10 amp plug over here as well. Now with this, it is a fixed handle design, weighs less than 7 pounds. Does have, of course, a display. The display is, of course, the original display version. It's nice white and black with this. Now, 240 watt hours of power. It's going to take about 3.5 hours to fully charge this device on a wall plug. If, of course, you guys have, let's say, a 100 watt solar panel, about 5 hours, you're charged, you're good to go. That's kind of cool. Now, the 240 watt hours of power means you guys could charge your cameras, like your DSLR cameras, about 15 times with this. Your drone batteries, about 4 times as well. Because it is 240 watt hours of power and it does have that 3-prong AC outlet, you definitely could run a laptop for about 3 hours, a tablet about 7.5 hours, or you can also do a little mini cooler. That's going to be like your little 90 watt mini cooler for about 3 hours of runtime. It's the portability of this. This is nice and portable. It can be carried anywhere. Yes, it's a little bigger than 100 Plus, but it is, of course, a nice little product. This is like 24% off. It's $183. This is a really, really cool one. I like this because it does have that fixed handles, it does have their beautiful Jackery logo, has their cooling technology, but it has the multi-connections. So you do have the multi-connections. And the cool part is, yes, this does not have a USB-C port, but if you have that 12 volt 10 amp cigarette lighter adapter that you use in your car, you guys could actually use like a USB-C ports out of that 12 volt 10 amp plug. And that's kind of cool. Now that will also allow you to plug in like your old school air mattresses. Even your air pumps and air compressors can be plugged into this. Really cool little thing. Now on the bottom, it has silicone padding. The silicone pads are for really good purpose. This means you guys could set it on surfaces, not mar up the surface, like your paint of your hood of your car. So you could set it on the hood of the car and not worry about it marring or scratching up that surface. It's also going to help allow to stop vibrations from shaking it or shaking out of it as well with this. Now, 240, amazing little product. It's a nice little palm-sized piece. Yes, I still call this palm-sized because I can hold it in my palm for hours without a problem. You guys can use it like as a 7-pound cowbell or cowbell pelt. Sheila, hello. How are you doing? What's up, Sheila? I do need to apologize. Looks like my cell phone just started ringing for some reason. It's actually a warning for thunder. I got a weather alert. Guys, this is going to be great. This will do well for you guys for the hiking and camping trips or just quick emergencies. Very portable, still very light, very acceptable for that. So the original 240 is definitely worth checking out. Now, I believe we're moving into the newer product range, and we're going to talk about the 240 V2. Now, what we have in the carousel is actually the 240 V2 and the Mini 40 solar panel. Now, with the step up of the 240 V2, all that means is version 2. It's a more current design. Now, with that being said, they changed the housing. So the housing is a square housing. The handle does fold up. Now, with this, of course, you have a more power. That's right, you guys, more power. And of course, more power is always better, right? 256 watt hours of power in this device. Now, with it, though, it also has a new technology called Charge Shield 2.0. That Charge Shield 2.0 is going to allow you to fully charge this in an hour's charge time on a wall plug. And it actually changes the way you charge it and goes to, of course, the larger 3-prong style of wall plug. Now, on this, of course, you do have the AC outlet. That AC outlet's going to do 300 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 600. Now, with this, you get 2 USB-C ports. One's a 100-watt port, and I believe, if I remember right, the other's a 15-watt port. Now, the 100-watt port is an in and out port. Then you have the 15-watt USB-C output port and the 15-watt USB-A output port. Now, on this, you also still have that 12-volt 10-amp plug for your out DC style connections, but it has the newer display. The newer display, of course, if I light it up, we'll pop it onto green. We'll give it a second to come on, and then we'll show you guys. Has that, well, maybe I'll show it to you. Right there, it has that new colorway. A nice black and white, high contrast with, of course, that bright orange. Show you guys the battery. It also has Wi-Fi connectability and Bluetooth connectability. It's going to work with the app. The app is, of course, completely free. Works on iOS or Android base. It is going to allow you to run these switches on the fly by your phone. I like that. Now, foldable handle. Still under 8 pounds, so still very, very, very carryable. Now, this kit is $269, so you're going to get this and, of course, the Mini 40 solar panel. The Mini 40 solar panel is a notebook-sized solar panel that will fit in your backpack. It is a nice, light solar panel. So, this whole kit is what you're going to get for $269 tonight. Now, with this, though, that 1 hour charge rate is going to give you 256 watt hours of power, which means you can run a Bluetooth speaker for about 16 hours. You can do about 5 drone batteries, well, about 4.5 drone batteries, technically. Still laptop, about 3.5 hours of runtime, about 12 cell phone charges on hand. If you want to charge it through the USB-C port, that's going to take 2 hours, and then you're charged, you're good to go. If you're using the solar panel, about 3 hours of charge rate with the 100-watt solar panel, right? A 100-watt solar panel is going to be about 3 hours with this. You're getting a 40 watt, so it's going to be a little bit longer than that, but nice and portable. Now, this could run other things. It can run a mini fridge for about 2 hours if you really wanted to. It could run your Wi-Fi router for about 14 hours. And that's actually amazingly well done. This has got the intelligent battery management system, does have the LiFePO 4 cells. The LiFePO 4 cells does have a balancer set up to it, so it actually balances all the batteries to keep them safe and charge at the same rate. It also has, of course, the overcharge protection, undercharge protection, short circuit protection, and all of that other cool stuff. This is a really, really amazing one. Because you have that new charge shield, you also have the app access and everything else in between, plus that very beautiful little solar panel. Now, I'm going to give you guys your first full look at this solar panel. This is the Mini 40 that comes in this kit. Notebook size, pop it open, of course, right here. You can actually see this. It comes open. It's a trifold design, has quad panels. It's going to do about 23% conversion rate of light converting, of course, for you with this. Fully waterproof, water resistant with an IP68 rating, which means you guys can throw it out in the rain. It's not going to hurt it. It will actually just sit there and be ready for when you need to start using it. I like that idea. When you want, pop it back together, put it away, and it can fit in your backpack and you don't have to worry about it. Now, magnetic clasp that will hold over it has, of course, the nice little pressed rings. These eye ringlets, I like to call them eye ringlets, are really actually good for tying down these pieces because it's like a sail. Catches wind, it might fly off, and you don't want that, of course, with this. So, really cool piece. The Mini 40 solar panel in this kit, $269 for, of course, the 240 V2 and the Mini 40 solar panel. I love it. Let's see if I can catch up on chat. Really wished, of course, we could go live on the other side, but it's just not working for us. I'm not sure why. We're going to go along with it and just say, hey, it is what it is. All right, we're going to move over to the 300. Now, we have two versions of the original 300 that we're showing you guys tonight. The first one is the station by itself, and the second is, of course, the station and the solar panel. 300, right here, 293 watt hours of power in 7-pound package. 7 pounds is all this weight. It has a fixed handle. That fixed handle, of course, is beautifully well done and will allow you, of course, to carry it around. Has that nice little orange colorway on the side with, of course, that nice cooling technology. Honestly, it does have two AC outlets. The AC outlets do 300 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 6. Now, with you do have two USB-A ports and a USB-C port. That USB-C port is an in and out port at 60 watts of charge rate for you. Now, you also have that DC plug over here for the input and a DC plug for the output. That's going to be your 12 volt 10 amp plug. Now, with this goes back to the original housing with the fixed handle and their beautiful large Jackery logo for you. And of course, with that, you have that silicone pads. Now, with this one, by itself, it's $259 tonight. There's actually a $30 clippable coupon on that page for you. 3.5 hour charge rate on a wall plug. 2 hours if you use the wall plug and the USB-C combined, so you can actually charge that with two ways if you want. Now, this is going to allow you to run, let's say, a Nintendo Switch for about 40 hours of runtime if you really wanted to, or 6 drone batteries, or multiple DSLR batteries like your Sonys, your Canons, and stuff like that. You're going to get over 15 battery charges with that, and I kind of like that. This will allow you to run, of course, your 90-watt TV. That's going to be like your flat screen back there. Well, technically, that's about, I think, 65 watts or so. So you're going to be able to run it about 4.5 hours, depending on the actual size of the power that your TV takes. Most of those are going to be like your 32-inch to your 55 inches. Your 55 or bigger than 55 is going to be a little bit more power. 4 hours of laptop runtime, 4.5 hours of the mini cooler. You're going to have the acceptability with this and a lightweight package. This is a really cool piece right here. Now you have that 6 different ports of connectability with this, and of course the preferred and very, very reliable. This does have class 9 drop protection and fire retardant shell, so you don't have to worry about that with this. Now with, of course, the 300, we're showing you guys the original right here, but we also have the 300 with, of course, the 100 watt solar panel. Now that is a $500 package today. It's about 14% off. That 100 watt solar panel, of course, oops, I just hit a camera, is going to be this solar panel right here. So you're going to get this nice large solar panel in this kit today for $4.99. So you're going to get an amazing little piece, the little power station and this beautiful solar panel. I'm going to show you guys that solar panel a little bit better. So this is fully waterproof, water resistant. It's a bifold design made from monocrystalline solar cells. It is, of course, a nice large solar panel that's going to allow you to do 100 watts of charge rate at 18 volts of charging. So you have that right there. It does come with, of course, a 10.5-foot cable. It does have kickstands built in and is fully waterproof and water resistant with this. Ship Roman, what's up? Pat, how are you doing? So right there, guys, is a beautiful little kit. If you're looking for something like that, That's going to be a nice little go-to with that one. Any questions, anybody? So I am actually attempting to fix something real quick. One sec, everybody. I'm not sure why certain things aren't working tonight. I'm not sure. All right, we're going to go with it. We're going to call it good. We're just going to keep rolling. All right, we're going to show you guys the 500. Now, the 500 is actually on the table, so I'm going to switch camera views for everybody. We're going to pop over to the tiny op spot right there. We're going to move in, and we're going to zoom on down in there. That is, of course, whoa, that camera just updates, I tell you, updates. All right, that's the 500, guys. Now, we're going to talk about the 500. It is actually $329. It's about 34% off today. This is 518 watt hours of power in a nice little package of connectability. Now, with that being said, guys, you're going to have, of course, one AC outlet. That AC outlet's going to do, of course, very beautiful 500 watts of connectability, but it's also going to allow you, of course, to connect up and run a bunch of other stuff. Bear with me one second. All of a sudden, we're working and we're rolling. I like that. We're working and we're going. All right, so 500 watts of pure sine wave power through that AC outlet can peak at 1,000 watts. Now, it does have 3 USB-A ports. It also has a 12-volt 10-amp DC plug and 2 round DC plugs as well. Above there, you also have another DC input port and, of course, a flashlight on the side. Now, with that, of course, we turn it around. You guys will see that flashlight come on. If I hold it down, it'll go into SOS pattern for you right there with that. So it does have that. Now, nice little cooling technology. This actually weighs about 13 and a half pounds for those of you that are wondering. Has that beautiful display. Now, the charge rate of this is going to take about 5.5 hours to fully charge this on a wall plug if you need to charge it on a wall plug. If you guys have like the 100-watt solar panel, it's going to be about 7.5 hours. That's actually a good charge time for this. Now, running devices, you're going to get about 30 hours of run on time on your laptop, about 7 hours on that flat screen, about 9 hours on the mini cooler. Now, you guys could definitely run a lot more pieces with the 500 though, if you really wanted to. Like your electric heated blanket for about 4 hours, or even a blender for about 50 minutes. Or for those of you that are out camping, and it is that time of year that everybody is hitting, of course, the campsites, they're floating the rivers. Guys, run your air compressors, inflate those inflatables for about 8 hours of runtime with this. This is an amazing piece. Now, by itself, like I said, $329 with the solar panel. Can't remember the price point. I think they with the solar panels don't have the price point with that one. Anybody have the price point with the 100-watt solar panel? I do not, for some reason. All right. You guys might have to see the price point. I can't actually see it for some reason. The app is not allowing me to see that. We're going to move into the 600 plus station now, though. This is going to be back into some of that newer technology with you on hand. We're going to drop the 500 to the ground, and we're going to show you guys the device right behind it. That is the 600 plus. Now, the 600 plus is a very cool 632 watt hours of power, but goes into a very beautiful little package of newer technologies. Now, with this, it's got that Charge Shield 2.0. That Charge Shield 2.0 is going to give you guys a 1 hour charge time with that. And that's actually a good charge rate for this. Now, with that being said, you have 2 AC outlets right there. And those AC outlets, if we actually move the camera so you guys can see this a little better, are going to do, of course, 800 watts of pure sine wave connectability, but can peak at 1600 watts. It's a lot of power for this. Now, you also have 2 USB-C ports. One's a 100-watt port, one's a 30-watt port. You also have a USB-A port that's going to do 18 watts charge connectability. Now, with this, of course, it's got the handle that can actually fold down and be put back away with this. Now, you do have a light on this. It's going to do multi-modes, 2 different brightnesses and an SOS pattern. But with the 600 plus, you move to where you can actually use the app. The app is going to allow you to turn on any of the AC outlets or, of course, the DC plugs on will. Let's say you guys want to turn on the USB-A ports, and that's all you want to do it. That's what you do. Now, with it, you can do that all on here. They're all individually switched, so you don't have to worry about that. You have the 1 hour charge time on a wall plug if that's the way you're connecting it. Now you're going to get about 4,000 charge cycles of the LifePo 4 cells for about 10 years before it drops down to about 70 to 80% battery life left over. And what that means is it's only going to be able to charge about 80% battery capacity after about 4,000 charge cycles. And it's just the way these batteries work. It's the same with my car lithium, of course, as well. With this, though, you're going to be able to run a bunch of stuff, but just remember there's a $50 clippable coupon on the page as well for that. Now, with it, of course, it's 16 pounds of weight. Can run a mini car fridge. That's going to be like your 60-watt little mini fridge for about 6 hours. Your Bluetooth speaker for about 36 hours of runtime. Or your laptop about 7 hours, right? That's actually a good amount of time. For those of you that want to run stuff around the house, let's say like your house fridge, you could run your 520-watt refrigerator for about an hour off of this device by itself. Yeah, that's what I was noticing also, Phil. It was taking me to an opposite product as well. I'm not sure what's up with the link on, or whatever's going on. Now with it, of course, you guys can run that big flat screen TV behind me for about 8 hours as well with this. Now by itself, of course, is $499, but where it's really at is the 600 plus and that very cool newer 100-watt solar panel. That's this right here. This little solar panel is going to come in the kit for about $649. Now, this is, of course, waterproof, water resistant with monocrystalline solar cells. It does have, of course, these nice little clasps that will latch around it to keep it closed. It has these nice little legs that are going to allow you to kick it up and close. It is a trifold design, but it is a quad panel. Now, this is a bi-directional charging panel. What does bi-directional mean? It means it can actually charge or get light from both sides. Now, it is a very large panel. It's going to be kind of hard for me to show you guys the whole panel in the camera view, but you guys can see how large this panel is. Now, with it, of course, one side is, of course, the blue colorway. The other side is going to be the black colorway with that. It's going to allow for that bi-directional charging, of course, with this. Now, fully waterproof, water-resistant, IP68 rating, which means it can be out in harsh and wet weather without any issue. And that's kind of cool with this. It has nice little handles, and of course, can connect up. It's going to do 100 watts of charging at 18 volts, just like the original 100. But really cool solar panel and a nice compact piece. Okay, yeah. Thank you, Lois. So really cool piece, guys. $649 with the solar panel. But just so you know, that's 13% off. That's a good price point. It's going to do very well for you guys. So if you're looking for a power station that's going to do very amazing things, 600 plus is probably where it's really at. I love the 600 plus. Amazing power station. It packs quite a wallop and, of course, does what you need when you need it to do it. Now, what we're going to move to is, of course, the new 1000 V2, because let's step it up a notch. Let's go into some bigger power, right? Let's do 1,070 watt hours of power with, of course, that new Charge Shield 2.0. And that's where we're going to bounce down here to the Tiny 2. And we're going to move over, of course, to this little station. Whoa. I really don't know what's up with my camera, guys. I do apologize about the camera. It's a little finicky right now. So that is the 1000 V2. Now that's version 2 with this. It's got a $599 price tag. It's about 25% off tonight with this price point. Now with the 1000 V2, like I said, 1,070 watt hours of power, but it does have 3 AC outlets. Now those AC outlets, of course, if we come over here and can zoom in a little bit closer for you, you're going to see right there we'll do 1,500 watts of pure sine wave connectability, but can peak at 3,000 watts. That means you can definitely connect up a window AC to this if you had to and do that. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, it's there was an update, and for some reason when I hit a certain button over there and I'm trying to jump to different products because I can set present set points with this camera, it's a little wonky. I thought I corrected it before stream, but something's still wonky, so We're gonna have to work through it tonight, and then I'll have to correct that later. So, like I said, three AC outlets that do 1500 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 3000 watts with that. Now, you do have two AC outlets, of course, with this. You have the AC outlets. The first one, of course, is going to do 100 watts of USB C connectability. That USB C connectability is 100 watts in and out. You also have that 30-watt USB C as well on top of it. Now, with this, you also have the 18-watt original USB-A port. That's going to allow you to do all those other standard connections, like, of course, your MacBooks and original connectabilities, or even phones that use that. Now, you also have that 12-volt 10-amp DC plug. You also have the flashlight that's over there. That flashlight does do multiple modes. Now, the 1070 watt hours of power can be fully charged in 1 hour of charge time with this device. And I love that it can actually do that. So yeah, it does have, of course, that very cool little piece of connectability and that 1 hour charge rate with that. And it's actually a really amazing piece with that. To have that 1 hour charge rate is where it's really at. So some of the newer versions do charge a lot faster than some of the others. That's why it's called version 2. It has what's called Charge Shield 2.0 built into it. It's a new charge shield. Now, the really cool part about that, Jack, is that you can actually go into the phone app, and if you really want to, you can go into what's called quiet charging mode, which is going to take about a 5-hour charge trickle time, which is going to be a little bit, easier on the battery, and of course a little bit quieter while charging. Now, I'm going to tell you, even at the 1 hour charge rate, you're not really going to actually hear it or really notice it at all. And that's kind of cool. Now, if you want to charge it just off that 100 watt USB C port, it's about a little under 2 hours of charge rate with the USB C port. For the station alone, it's about $5.99, but we also have it with the solar panel. The 100 watt solar panels are really amazing. Actually, I think it's a 200 watt solar panel. Oh, it is. How much do you use it? that might be why you might use it quite a bit, or you might be leaving certain plugs on, because I leave these. I can use them all the time. Like, I'll turn this on. It's got about 22% battery life left, so it can sit that way for a while without a problem. Now, with it, of course, like, you have that charge rate and all of this. You have 1,070 watt hours of power. Now, you can actually get this with the 200 watt solar panel at an $8.99. Yeah, that's probably why. Oh, van life. Yep. Yeah, I would get a solar panel that's permanently connected up if you're using it that much. I would check out the 200 watt panel or even the 100 prime panel. The 100 prime panel can mount to the roof of your van. It can actually mount to the top. Now, run times with this 1,070 watt hours of power, guys, you have multiple things you could do, like 20 drone batteries. You could do about 50 hours of Bluetooth speaker time. If you really wanted to, though, you guys could run an electric grill for about 55 minutes or a heated blanket for about 12 hours. Now, you notice that it's about 22% battery, and that's because I've been using it for lighting. I've been using it for so much stuff. But lights and stuff don't draw a lot of power. Like, my LED lights that I use for my Keystone lights are literally 3 to 5 watts of power. So I can run them for multiple times without an issue, and that's just one of those things. Now, every switch on here, of course, is an individual switch. And if you leave the power light on, like right there, that is going to draw a little bit of power. That light pulls power. Same with all of these plugs. So if you leave the plugs off, you don't have to worry about it drawing power. Once you hit it, it starts pulling power, and it's going to start doing that. Now, same with the flashlight. That flashlight will change, of course, the wattage. That's about 2 watts of draw right there. And if I go in, of course, flash with this, of course. Hold it down to shut it off, and you don't have to worry about it with this. And it's actually a really cool piece. I love it with that. Hey, Mrs. Dragon Blogger, how are you doing? Now, the station alone, guys, is approximately, if I can remember correctly, I think it's about 20 pounds or a little over 18 pounds. But with the solar panel, it's like 28 pounds together. A solar panel is actually a really heavy panel. Let's just be honest. It's a large panel that comes in this kit. So It's the 200 watt trifold with quad panels. So very large, beautiful panel with that one. So if you guys need the 1000 V2, might be a very amazing option for you. Let's see, I think we're moving into the larger station, which is on the opposite side of the table, right over here. It is. It is. Now you're gonna start noticing some things. I have stuff connected up to other things. This is the 2000 Pro. Now, we're showing you guys the 2000 Pro kit. Now, the 2000 Pro kit is the station and the 200 watt solar panel. Now, the 2000 Pro is 2160 watt hours of power that can be fully charged in 2 hours charge time on a wall plug. Now, with that, of course, you have 3 AC outlets. Those AC outlets are actually going to do a very, very beautiful 2200 watts of connectability. Now, that 2200 watts of connectability can actually peak at 4400 if you really wanted to. 2200 watts of pure sine wave power means you have no spike peaks, so nothing's going to get damaged. And I love that it has a pure sine wave power. Now, with this, though, it has dual USB-C ports. These USB-C ports are going to do 100 watts of charge rate. You have dual USB-A ports at 18 watts. Also has that flashlight that does do multiple modes and actually is quite bright for you, and has SOS patterns for you as well. Now with this, of course, it's a LiFePO 4 cell. It's about 40 pounds of weight, and it also has, of course, 12 volt 10 amp plug over here as well on top of that. Now with it, larger solar panel or solar station and panel means you guys can run more stuff with this at a longer runtime, of course. The 2160 watt hours of power that can be charged in about 2 hours of charge rate on a wall plug is beautiful. But if you have 6 of the 200 watt solar panels, you can actually have that charged in about 2.5 hours of charge time. Now with this, since it's 2160 watt hours of power, that means you guys can run 1100 watt window AC for about 2 hours of runtime. That's going to be like your 10,000 BTU window AC. I want it. Sheila, you want a tiny house? I don't. I need a bigger house. I don't have enough space. Now with the 2000 Pro, you can even run your 520 watt refrigerator for over 3.25 hours with no problem. I'm gonna take a sip of water. I have a bigger house. I don't. Dude, I'm tripping over all my stuff. That's the problem. I'm tripping over everything. Now, with this, of course, guys, a greater idea would be if you guys wanted to throw a backyard barbecue. It's summertime. Throw a barbecue at night. Put a movie projector out there and of course, a projector screen. I know Philip's done this. Run that off of that and run the projector and the screen off of it and have a good time. You guys could run a blender if you guys want to do like frozen drinks or even daiquiris or even mix up margaritas. About 5 hours of runtime with that. It can do what you need with that. Now, the whole package is about 62 pounds. So it does weigh a bit. Now, the solar panel, of course, is a large solar panel. It's about 22 pounds of weight. But we'll do what you need as you need with it, where you need it to be. Now, we're going to move into, of course, their largest standalone system. Now, I talk about standalone, and what that means is it does not have no additional batteries to connect to it. So you're going to have over 3,024 watt hours of power with this device, right? 3,024 watt hours of power in the 3000 Pro kit. Now, the 3000 Pro kit is a dual solar panel kit with a power station. Now, if I move over to here and we click, of course, that beautiful little camera that now is actually working a little bit properly, we can zoom in and you guys can actually see that we have 2 of these beautiful local power stations. The one with the light that's plugged into it is the 3000 Pro station. 3,024 watt hours of power, comes with 2 of the 200 watt Solar Saga solar panels, has 5 AC outlet connections. Now, 4 of those are your standard 3-prong AC American style plugs. You would then have your 5th one that's going to allow you to plug in like your TIG and MIG welders and stuff like that. With this, they do 3,000 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 6,000 watts. That means, yes, you can run that welding machine off of that. Welding machines are around 5,800 watts of power with that. Now, 2.5 hours is what it's going to take to fully charge this on a wall plug. If you have 6 of those solar panels, about 3.5 hours is also what it's going to take. Now, for those of you that want to run that 1150 watt window AC for about 3 hours, plug it in and do it. About 5 hours, you can run a little 520 watt refrigerator as well. If you want that big flat screen TV that you might be able to see between the two stations, you guys, you could run that TV, of course, for about 35 hours without a problem. Now, this station by itself is about 63.5 to 64 pounds. It's a heavy station. And for that, they actually did something really cool, and they made it look like a suitcase. Now, it's got 3-inch large wheels and a telescopic aluminum handle. Now, that aluminum handle is going to come in very, very handy for a lot of people because you guys can actually read a hello, how are you doing? You guys can actually tip it over and roll it around on those wheels in grass, dirt, carpet. Now, the only downfall I've noticed when I tried wheeling this around is sand. Sand is a little downfall for me because of the weight of it. It wants to kind of bury itself as you're rolling. So, yes, you can roll through it, but if it's really deep sand, it's going to keep digging down because of the weight. Yeah, you can, well, the market's about to be really good again. Maybe. So very cool, guys. Aluminum handle, 3-inch large wheels, actually nicely well done. Now, it also has 2 nice large orange handles on the side that you might be able to see right there for this. Now, you can run other devices off of this with that power. You guys can do a 650 watt toaster for about 4 hours or about a 1160 watt microwave, of course, for a couple hours as well with that. Really just going to range depending on the size of your microwave. For those of you that want to do, of course, like your space heaters, about 6 hours of runtime, or for those of you that want to do your electric water pump, about 32 hours on a 60 watt water pump. That TIG or MIG welder, like I was talking about, your TIG or MIG welder is about 5,800 watts. It's going to give you slightly over an hour of runtime with that one. Now, you guys could also do angle grinders. You guys could do your electric lawnmowers. You could plug in your dryers into this. You pretty much run whatever you have in the house, including table saws. I actually ran this the 3000 Pro for a whole stream about a week and a half ago. So if you guys missed it, it was a totally different stream, but I had a whole bunch of stuff plugged into it, and I ran it through the whole show, which was kind of cool. So it has enough power to do even computers and your camera gear with it all at once. So really cool options right there, 3000 Pro. Now it's about 30% off. It's like $27.99 tonight, and you're going to get the station and, of course, the 2 solar panels. That's a great price point. It's an amazing product at a very, very beautiful, beautiful piece. I love that. Now I believe we're moving into the 3000 plus system, or the 300 plus. 300 plus. Where? It's this little bad boy. This is the Jackery Explorer 300 plus. Now the 300 plus is about $299. Now this is actually not by itself. It comes with the solar panel. And that's going to be that mini 40 solar panel. This is a package deal. Again, you guys get this notebook sized piece that can be put in your backpack and be carried around. The whole kit is about 11 pounds. Wendy, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Now with it, of course, you have 288 watt hours of power that can be fully charged in under 2 hours of charge time with this. Technically, guys, this is going to be charged in an hour and a half. Let's just go there. Hour and a half charge time is what it's going to take. You have that 300 watt pure sine wave AC outlet that can do 600 watts of connectability. You have 2 USB-A ports. One's a 100 watt port, and I believe the other is a 15 watt port. Now, you also have the 18 watt USB-A port right above it as well. Actually, it's 15 watts as well. I was wrong. Now, you have that 12 volt 10 amp plug, and of course, you have that beautiful screen. Hold down that button, turn it on, and we're going to wait for it to come on for a second. Once it kicks over, you guys will see that screen right there, and it's going to show you guys about 68% battery charge. Now with it, it has the handle that can be folded up and put down for you. Also has that nice little wall plug that you can connect on this as well. If you're using the Mini 40 solar panel to charge this device, 7.5 hours, it's what it's going to take to charge it. That's not a long charge time. It's actually very well done. Under an hour and a half on a wall plug. If you use the USB-C port, about 3 hours of charge time with this. Now, since it's 288 watt hours of power, you're going to be able to run, let's say, your 90 watt mini fridge for about 2.5 hours. Your 8.5 watt DSLR battery is about 12 charge times off of this. For those of you that want to run that tower fan, about 4.5 hours of runtime. 15 watt Wi-Fi router or modem. If you guys need to use your cable modem during the time of power outage, plug it in and run it. Maybe you guys are living in a van like Jack, and you guys are doing the van life. If you have a modem that's connected up or a satellite style modem, 15 watts is going to allow you to run about 15 and a half hours off of this device. For those of you that want to do that 5 watt light bulb, you guys, about 22 hours of runtime. This is a nice lightweight device with solar panel. This is nice, portable, and very beautifully well done at an amazing price point. Actually, really, really good price point for this package. So right there, guys, the 300 plus and the mini 40 solar panel. Now we're going to jump up into modular. We're going into it. We're going to dive deep. We're going to get into, of course, what could run your houses. Let's be honest. This could run your homesteads if you really want to with this. Now, we're going to talk about the 1000 plus system. Now, the 1000 plus system is 1264 watt hours of power in a 32-pound package. Now, we're going to move over here and we're going to actually hit this little camera that's going to bounce us up a little. And we're going to drop down slightly and over. Right there. We're going to move on in a little bit more with that. Now, that is the 1000 plus station. Now, the 1000 plus station does do, of course, 2000 watts of pure sine wave power through those 3 AC outlets. Now, it's 29% off tonight at $849. Now, with the station, you do have 2 USB-C ports, 2 USB-A ports. The USB-C ports are going to do 100 watts of charging capability. The USB-A ports are going to do 18 watts of charging capability. It does have, of course, that flashlight as well. With this, though, you can actually have it fully charged off a wall plug in under 2 hours. It's about an hour or a little over an hour and a half is what it's going to take to charge this on a wall plug. About 7 hours if you're using a car. It's kind of cool with this. Now, run times are going to vary with the station depending on if you add batteries or don't add batteries to it. And that's just the way it's going to go, guys, because you can add batteries to the station. You can do, your little power drill for about 5 hours if you really wanted to. You can run a portable AC for about an hour of runtime with that, and that's actually kind of cool. Your 5 watt light bulb can be ran for about 96 hours if you really needed to. It's got the runtime with this. Now, by itself, $849 can be ran with the app. Now, we keep talking about the app, and I'm actually going to show you guys the app with this, of course, on hand. Let's pop it over and let's show you guys the app right here. So this, of course, is the app. The Jackery app is going to allow you to connect up to the stations that you see down there. I only have 2 paired up on purpose. I really don't need all of them connected up. If you do, there's a plus symbol up there. Connect that plus symbol. It's going to pop over. It's going to come into the pairing screen, and then you're going to say icon flash, and you're going to click it, and it's going to show you guys that we can connect up to like the 240 V2 or the 300 plus. You'll then connect it. It's going to pair up, and then you're going to go into the pairing. Now, if you really wanted to, you guys will just turn it on, and then right there, you guys are going to see, of course, the charge rate of the battery. It's also going to show you guys the temperature it's running at with this. Then you can also turn on the AC outlet or turn off the AC outlet. Now you guys will see it's pulling about 23 watts of that LED lighting. Now if I turn that button and hit that button, you guys will notice the LED lighting on the table shut off. That'll be the same way it works with the 1000 plus station. And that's actually kind of cool. To be able to do that, of course, and have that with that, it's an amazing piece with this. Now, we're going to go into a few other things about it, of course, as well. Station by itself, great price point, $849. It's an amazing price point. But why not add the 1000 plus and 2 solar panels? Now, the solar panels are going to be the 100 watt solar panels. It's about 20% off. It's like $11.99 tonight. So you're going to get that 1000 plus station and 2 of the 100 watt solar panels. I love that option. It's a great price point of an option, of course, for you. That's going to do very, very well in the time of need. Now, Like I said, we've had some crazy weather going on throughout the states and everywhere else. These stations might keep you, perfectly well going when that power goes out. Now, I've had a lot of power outages with that in the last week because of these storms, so they have actually come in very handy for me. And that's why some of these stations are actually really worn down and need recharged. Now, I told you though it is a modular station. Now, we're going to talk about modular. We're actually going to talk about it and that little battery sitting right above it. You can actually get a full kit with this. And that's going to be, of course, the 1000 plus kit. Now, the 1000 plus kit's going to come with those 2 solar panels, that battery, and that power station. Now, that just doubled your runtime to 2,528 watt hours of power. Now, with that, there's a $350 clippable coupon for this station, battery, and solar panels on Amazon. So make sure to clip that coupon and save $350. Now, with that, you just doubled all the runtimes. So your 1100 window AC can be ran for 2 hours with this. Now, the really cool part is though, you can actually add 3 batteries to the station. You can have 5 kilowatts of hour power. That's a lot of power. To have 5 kilowatts of hour power is perfectly well in the rights of means to run a lot of stuff. And to have that much power means you guys could run your TV most of the night. You could run a heater. You guys could run an electric blanket. If you guys need to cook, it will get you through all of that, which is nice. To have that expandability, the portability, and the connectability, the 1000 plus station and kit is beautifully well done. Now, $2,099, and there's a $350 clippable coupon. You can't go wrong with that full kit. Any questions? Let me check all my chats. I do have multiple chats going, so I want to check and make sure I'm not missing any questions at all tonight. Now, we are going to move into their largest modular station, and that's going to be the 2000 plus station. Now, we're going to move over. We're going to drop down a little. We're going to kind of zoom on in, and we're going to drop down a little more for you. That is, of course, that beautiful 2000 plus station, and my camera don't want to just demagnify. Now, it looks just like the 3000 Pro. Well, it's pretty much the exact same housing for this station. Now, with the 2000 plus station, it is, of course, a beautiful price point at $19.59 tonight, but there's a $260 clippable coupon on this station. Now, it's 2,042 watt hours of power. It does have the 5 AC outlets. You have that 4 standard AC outlets, and then you have that 5th AC outlet. That's a larger style plug. Now, it's going to do 3,000 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 6,000 watts with this station. Now, it still works with the app, so you can turn on all of these plugs and off these plugs at your will. With this, you have the 2 USB-C ports and 2 USB-A ports. You guys are going to notice that I actually have a USB-C plug plugged into this station tonight. I'm actually running a Keystone light off of this tonight, which is kind of cool. If I hit, of course, this switch, you guys can see the screen pop up, saying I'm pulling about 7 watts of draw. We still have about 99 hours of runtime. Not going to believe 99 hours, but it does have, of course, a long runtime with that right now. It's just one of those things. The screen will click over in a minute and it'll actually read properly. It just takes a second when I turn the screen on. Now, with this, though, this can actually be charged in about 2 hours of time on a wall plug. That's a great runtime and charge time with the 2000 plus station. Now, you guys can run a lot of stuff off this. This is a very, very modular system, but by itself, you guys have the 2,042 watt hours of power, which means you guys can run a window AC for about 2 hours of runtime. You guys can run a CPAP machine for over 150 hours. You can run a 200 watt desktop PC for about 12 hours of runtime. And I'm going to tell you, I was running a PC off of these. I had no problem running a PC. I actually tested it on my gaming PC the other day while gaming. Now, I'm going to tell you, though, my gaming PC has a large power supply. It's actually got a little over 1,100 watt power supply. I think it's like a 1,250 watt power supply. It's a big power supply. Now, with that being said, yes, you have a 1,250 watt power supply, but you may not be pulling all that power out because you may not have that much stuff plugged in. So do due diligence and check what you're pulling and drawing through this. Now, with the 2000 plus station, you guys could do a TIG or MIG welder for about a half-hour runtime. or about 20 hours with that well pump. By itself, of course, is a very beautiful station, but it's modular. So why not check out the 2000 Plus and the solar panels? Now, the 2000 Plus and solar panels is about $3,099 tonight, but there is a $300 clippable coupon as well on the Amazon page. So save yourself some money and get, of course, with that. I just pretty much gave away a whole PC. I don't know if some of you guys may follow me, some of you may not. I pretty much just gave away a whole bunch of PC stuff at a really stupid, crazy price point that could run VR games, really, if it really wanted to. With it, though, we're going to talk about the station and the solar panels. So you guys are going to get the station and 2 of the 200-watt solar panels at under $3,000 because you have that $300 coupon. I love that. I see. Yeah, we're not on the 1,000 plus no more. Lois, can you change that to the 2,000 plus and dual solar panels? I do apologize, Phil. Yeah, we're on the 2,000 plus station. Carousel is not clicking. I just changed on my side over on the other one, though. There we go. Sorry about that, Phil. So, great piece, great price point, but why not talk about the full kit? The full kit is called the 4000 kit. Now, the 4000 kit's actually going to be the power station, the battery that's sitting on top of it, and 2 solar panels. This is normally like a $5,000 price tag. It's like $4,399 tonight. Now, I say that with a grain of salt because there's an $800 clippable coupon on Amazon. Clip that coupon and it's going to take another $800 off. Now, also use that 5% code in that banner down below and get another 5% off the top of that. See where I'm going here? Really cool part because this is modular, guys. This kit just doubled your power to 4,085 watt hours of power. Now, with that being said, though, you can actually add 5 batteries total to this station. So with that being said, you guys can go to 12 kilowatts of hour power. 12 kilowatts of hour power should be able to run your house with no problem. You should be able to run a lot of stuff for multiple days without an issue. Now, the really cool part is you guys can actually parallel 2 of these stations together. 2 of these 2,000 plus stations together, add 10 batteries, and have 24 kilowatts of hour power. That's a phenomenal amount of power that you are not going to want to not have. Let's just go there. Now, on top of that, we're going to talk about just the station and, of course, the battery. You can have 6 solar panels connected to the 2000 plus station itself. You also can add multiple solar panels to the battery on top of that. So with each battery, you can add more solar panels so you can actually charge those as well as the station. I love the modulars, the very versatility of this and how modular it is. Because they don't want you to worry about having to charge just the station. They're like, oh, well, we can charge the batteries as well. So you have all of that in a great kit at a great price point. And of course, like I said, it's $4,399. Then take that $800 clippable coupon, take that off of that. Then use that 5% code that we have down in that banner, save 5% more off. You're getting a really, really amazing deal. Runtime, guys, is just through the roof because you have all that. Now, it can be used as an EPS. It's going to take about 0.2 seconds to switch over. So if you have it plugged into the wall, then you have the station plugged in, and you have it running, it's going to run off the wall plug. And then if your power goes out, it'll automatically switch over, and then it'll start running off of the station without a problem. So you don't have to worry about that. It's kind of cool. Any questions about that kit? Now, if you guys want to add the batteries, like I said, we also have the battery in the carousel as well. That is going to be that battery above it. Now, it's a $1,400 price tag normally. There's actually a $200 clippable coupon on Amazon as well for that. So, actually, it's like $1,600 normally, if I can remember right. So, you're already getting a good deal. I think 13% off at $13.99, and then another $200 off of that. And then, of course, another 5% off the top. Saving money all the way around. Yeah, there's a lot of coupons tonight, Phil. All right, guys. So you have the stations, you have batteries, you have everything you need. Why not talk about solar panels? Now, we're going to talk about, of course, the Mini 40. Now, the Mini 40 solar panel is a small but mighty solar panel that's going to work well on a lot of the smaller stations. Now, this little mini solar panel is fully waterproof, water resistant, harsh and wet weather, has an IP68 rating. This is going to be a perfect fit for hiking, camping, or even usage around the house if you really wanted to. This is lightweight. This is a little over, like, I think it's like 2.5, 3 pounds, right? So very lightweight. Monocrystalline solar cell, trifold design, but quad panel. That is, of course, the quad panel right here. Now, it'll grab nice lighting, and it's going to allow you to grab that light at about 23% conversion rate with this Mini 40 solar panel. This is normally $129. It's like, I think, $99 today. It's like 23% off for this Mini 40, which is a great price point. I love the Mini 40, guys. This is an amazing little piece that you can put in your backpack. It's the size of a notebook. It's about 12 inches by 10 inches by a ½ inch thick. You do not even notice that this is around with that if you're carrying it. It's super, super lightweight. So, Mini 40, guys. Great little solar panel right here. Let's see here. Check comments. Hey, Shipperman. How you doing, buddy? All right, guys, we're going to talk about the 100-watt solar panel now. Now, the 100-watt solar panel is, I think, 20% off tonight. Normally, it's about $300. It's like $239 tonight. Now, the 100-watt solar panel will work on, of course, most of the stations all the way up to the 1500 Pro. Now, this is the 100-watt solar panel. It has kickstand on each side that Velcros on. Has an ETFE laminated handle, and it, of course, has magnets to keep it nice and closed. On the back side, has this nice little zip-up pocket. This little zip-up pocket right here is kind of cool because it's got a 9.5-foot cable to connect up to your solar panel. That cable, of course, has dual adapters, so depending on the station you have, it might use a different DC plug. With it, it also has this charging port down here. It has a USB-C port and a USB-A port, which means you can charge your phone or laptops off of this, just off of the solar panel. Now, it's not going to be a super high charge rate, but it will charge nonetheless. Now, still very waterproof, water resistant for harsh and wet weather. It's going to do about 23.5% conversion rate and even low light settings for you. Now, if you guys can notice that it's grabbing light right there. You guys see how much light it's grabbing off of my lights, my Keystone lights? Picture this outside grabbing the light out there for the sun. Waterproof, water-resistant monocrystalline solar cells. It's going to do very, very well for you guys. Now, 100 watts of charge rate at 18 volts, 9.5-foot cable, but guys, get the extension cable. That way you have your stations out of the sun. Now, yes, all these solar panels that we're showing you are waterproof. The stations are not waterproof. So you do need to have, of course, protection for that. So right there, that is the 100-watt solar panel that works with the 100 plus all the way up to the 1500 station. So if you guys need, check it out. Now we're also going to show you guys one more solar panel tonight. That's going to be the 200-watt solar saga. Now the 200-watt solar saga is normally a $700 price tag. It's 20% off tonight. It's a $599 price tag. Now this station will work with, of course, multiple pieces. We're going to pop over here and we're going to show you guys a little video of me actually unfolding it and using it. Now, it does come with this very cool case that is zippered and does have a clip to hold it shut. When you pull it out, you're going to be greeted with the trifold design 200-watt Solar Saga solar panel. Now, the trifold design has 3 kickstands and is, of course, a quad panel. You should be able to have this up and set up in under 30 seconds with ease. Now, it took me a little longer than that because I'm recording. I'm out in the middle of my little park area in front of my building, and there are people everywhere, and I'm trying to keep them away. Right here, you guys see me folding it out, setting it up. Now, inside that case actually has a little pocket that's got a 9.5-foot cable that's going to have a straight angle or a 90-degree angle connectability DC plug for this. Now, with this, it's going to do about 24.5% conversion efficiency of converting power or converting light into power, right? Now, this station will work with the 1000 V2. It will also work with the 1500 Pro, the 2000 Pro, the 2000 Plus, and the 3000 Pro station. Now, it's actually really cool. Let they wanted the sneakers. No, that's not what they wanted. They're wondering why I was out there probably recording is what they were doing. Um, you get the neighbors once in a while. The sneakers. That's pretty funny. Now with this, of course, we're gonna talk about it. Within the 10 seconds of me connecting it up and turning the power station on, it started pulling about 153 watts of power from that solar panel already. Within 10 seconds, 153 watts of power. Now, if you find the brightest part of your area and you have multiple of these solar panels, it's really, really going to do very, very well for you. Easy to connect up, very, very simple, and a great price point. $559 is a good price point for the solar panel. Yeah, you guys could probably, if you see all the people standing out there by the front door, it was funny. I'm trying to keep them away. But look, I had one neighbor out there that knew what I was doing, and they kept them away for me. So, right there, guys, great little options, a bunch of great products. Now, remember, there's that 5% clippable or 5% code that you guys can use at the end of the carousel to get another 5% off of purchases over 1,000. They love watching my own. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People like seeing stuff that they've never seen before. And now, like I told you guys, these are going to do very well for you. Great price point and a very amazing deal tonight. Now, with that being said, that is the last of the products that I have to show for you guys tonight. I will tell you guys, I will be back. I believe I'll be back Wednesday night with another show. So hopefully you guys will give us a follow. Hit that live notification button so you guys know when we go live. And we'll see you guys Wednesday night. Guys, don't forget that magical discount code over there, of course, as well. Lois, I want to thank you as always for helping me out. Phil, Sheila, guys, thanks for popping in. Rita, Jake, Mrs. Dragon Blogger. Guys, I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening, and we'll see you guys Wednesday night. Later, everybody. Have a good one.